When we arrived here today, you came to us, you gave us your warm welcome, your kindness, your generosity, and you thanked us. But that was wrong. Let me tell you why. Last year, professional wrestling, our heart was broken. For a moment, we didn't love professional wrestling anymore.
Just a minute.
But then, we came to Uganda. And here is where we find the heart of professional wrestling. You come here, not for money, not for fame, not for glory, for the love of professional wrestling.
We saw it on Twitter. It was blowing up. It's clearly they've got something really good going on here, and we wanted to be a part of it. We were kind of in the area. We're doing an international tour of the Middle East and Europe, so we figure we're never going to be closer, and this is a perfect time.
So, do you think wrestling has the potential of changing these people's lives? As you said in your speech, you're like, most of these kids are either orphans, they don't have families, but you said that wrestling, the wrestlers you're with can become your family. Do you think wrestling has the capability of changing somebody's life?
100%. I've seen it happen. It doesn't matter what country you're in. It doesn't matter whether it's United States, Uganda, England, Japan, China. It doesn't matter, because professional wrestling is a universal language. You don't need to know English. You don't need to know Spanish. You don't need to know Japanese to understand what we do in the ring. And that's why when the Softground wrestlers do what they do and the action that they have, they put it out on Twitter. That's why everybody all around the world appreciates it and loves it, because it's universal. The secret that they have, these kids have, is they have a unique quality about them, which is the ring and the love, the unconditional love for professional wrestling. Like I said, they don't come here for money, they don't come here for glory, they don't come here for fame. They come for the love of professional wrestling. And that's why when I saw this, and I saw these kids, and I found out there was 100 of these kids who are all from situations out of their control, who found a family and community here in professional wrestling because of their shared love for our great sport. It warmed my heart, and I made sure, I said, we have to go. And he immediately agreed.
And to also answer your question, it's not a matter of if it can change these kids' lives. It already has. You see all these kids together. We don't know that this would have happened otherwise, right? They've all had a meal in their stomach today because of this. It's already changing their life. So we thank everybody who put this together. I think it's a really great thing that they've got going on. And we just, like I said, we just want to be a part of it.
You're getting at the ground level of something new in Uganda. For a new culture and a new country to be introduced to professional wrestling, there were fans, but to see it live for the first time, even at these humble beginnings, is a true blessing, and it's a real amazing opportunity that all these kids have to be the first professional wrestling company in Uganda.
So, you talked about Softground wrestling giving you the love of pro wrestling. Can you talk about that dark moment in your career? I don't want to talk about it much. What you said there really showed me that wrestling has the potential of driving out the fire in people's lives. I saw you in Saudi Arabia, I saw how you wrestled. I thought you were going to be actually even surpassing, let's say, the best high flyers in the game. But at a certain point, it looked like things are not going your way. But when I heard you speaking with all that vigor and love you have for pro wrestling, can you tell me how this bunch of people, not the best ring in the world, have really given you that zeal for pro wrestling?
We worked in the largest professional wrestling company in the world, WWE. I worked there for about 5 years. You worked there for how long?
7 years, 8 years.
That is where people dream to go. That is their ultimate goal. It is what they sit and think about and lie in bed and wonder, when will I make it to WWE? We got there, and then it wasn't what we imagined. Yes, they took care of us financially. We're able to support our families, but the love for professional wrestling, the fire that burned inside of our hearts, it slowly died. And once we were sitting at home, not being sent to shows for months, we were doing absolutely nothing. And as much as I love being with my family, I need to express my passion for professional wrestling. We both feel the same way. It affects our lives. And then finally, when we got released from WWE, there was 3 months where we couldn't do anything. And finally, we got set loose. We got to do the independent promotions. We got to go all around the world and make our own schedule. And finally culminating in this trip to Uganda, to this incredible village, Mukono. It's to see these kids who have had nothing and get nothing for doing what we dream to do. It inspires me and reminds me why we do this, for the love of the game.
And wrestling's never been here before. Like we said before, they have no frame of reference other than what they've seen on TV, and they still know who we are. And that means so much to us to know that we still have that kind of reach, that we can come to a place like this and make a kid's day, make a kid's week, make a kid's year. Anytime we have an opportunity to do that, we're always going to do it.
Yes, so can you speak about your style of wrestling?
Yeah, I think we have very different styles.
You're more of a high flyer. He's more of the brawn kind of person.
He's a powerhouse, he's strong, and most importantly, what Mason is he's explosive.
They go fast.
There's nobody his size that moves as quickly and as explosively as he does.
Yeah, better than Drew McIntyre.
Oh, I think
I'm bigger
so.
than Drew McIntyre.
He's bigger, he's
Yeah.
taller.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, I've met him. Have you met him? Yeah.
Bro, he is big.
Drew McIntyre.
He is big, and the fact that he can move at that pace, at that speed, at that explosive level is amazing. When he hits the ropes in the ring and he runs back and forth, it moves the entire ring because he's throwing so much weight when he's running, throwing himself into the ropes. I like a technical style, I like a fast style. I think we complement each other well because we have different styles, and as a tag team, I think that's the best thing you can be.
And most importantly, Mansoor is one of the greatest yappers in the history of this business, and you just haven't seen it yet because we haven't had the opportunity to show it.
I love to speak, I love to make speeches like today. Bombash gave me the opportunity to speak to all these amazing kids.
Killer.
And try and inspire them. That's what I love to do. I love to tell stories in the ring and tell stories with my words.
So we have the renaissance, some would call it the rebirth of wrestling. We are back to the good old days of ECW or the Attitude Era, whatever it's called. So how Softground comes about is when wrestling is becoming great again. So what do you expect in today's, I'll call it Slapfest? What do you expect? You expect to be body slammed? I don't expect this big man here to be, F5.
What we expect is we've been all over the world. We've been to Europe, we've been to Mexico, we've been to the United States. We want to go to Japan. We've seen the wrestling from all over the world, but what we haven't seen yet is the wrestling of Africa, and this is the only place that can develop it. And we're excited to see it, be a part of it, and have a hand in it.
Okay,
Thank you.
Softground Wrestling! Can you hear me?
Yes!
Because today, the entire world can hear you. The entire world can see you. Right now, all around the world, in New York City, in London, in Chicago, in Tokyo, in Germany, in Berlin, in every single city, in every country in the world, they are all chanting Now answer me this. Do you love professional wrestling? Do you love professional Let me can tell you right now, I can tell you with my entire heart. I promise you, the sport loves you too. SGW, 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 SGW.